Welcome to another episode of Inspired Growth Portal's website review. Today we will be going over my own website. It has been a month since I started my business, which means that it's time to change up my first draft website. When I started, my primary target audience was first-time or established female bloggers and or business owners. But all of my clients so far have ended up being small to mid-sized organizations. Instead of forcing the clients to come to me, I will instead shift my focus to the people who need my help, while continuing my passions to help new bloggers on the side. So the newly focused Inspired Growth Portal is a web-based company that primarily guides individuals on how to plan for, establish, maintain, and update their websites. This also includes advertising, marketing, administrative, and social media integration. In the event that the company or organization does not have a current website manager, the Inspired Growth Portal will provide such services until an individual is selected. The primary advertising method for this company is word of mouth, and the owner was wanting to increase page views and conversions. She was also at the stage where she wanted to implement advertising on the page via Google or Amazon, build a landing page, include the revamped brand, and start using Facebook advertising to increase more page views. For this video, I will be using my website review checklist, which you can download from my site for free. So let's drink some coffee, sit back, and review the website for Inspired Growth Portal. The transcript of this video will be provided below.
Alright, the first column on the website checklist is metrics, which are a great way to identify how well your site is actually operating. The owner of Inspired Growth Portal had selected a single page style paid theme titled One Tone Pro. It was designed to provide a vast amount of information on a single page, but in retrospect, the owner realized that the single page was likely the main factor contributing to the 87% bounce rate, which we can see right here. The bounce rate is often how often users open a website and then quickly leave it without interacting with the site. Google Analytics, an excellent WordPress plugin which provides analytical data, showed that since December of 2017 there have been 149 page views. Unfortunately, the average time on site is only 32 seconds, and of no surprise, the home page was viewed the most. The primary sources for these views was provided by manual advertising on Facebook group boards, Pinterest About Me page, and via word of mouth. According to a website review provided by Enable, which is located here, the SEO was good, but it suggested that additional backlinks should be implemented. Remember that SEO is needed to optimize the website for search engines in order to effectively rank the page. Enable also identified that it took 6.4 seconds to load all of the site content and 16.1 seconds to load all of the page scripts. While the initial load time was passable, the longer script loading time could be due to the high amount of movement that's on the page. The next column covers visual appeal. The overall layout of the site is generally pretty, but there have been feedback expressing confusion. The title of the website and the menu is located at the top, but the headline text at the top of the page is not very clear about what this website is all about or what services are being provided. Having all the common pages located directly on the home page makes it easy for the reader to review all the information quickly, but at the same time it doesn't engage the reader to actually do anything. This lack of a specific cause and the lack of clear direction is likely a factor to the high bounce rate and the lack of conversions. The images selected are generic stock photos, except for the owner's selfie and the Instagram section. The font is serif throughout, except for the blog post titles, and it is noticed that some of the text is difficult to read in the sections with background photos. The text sizing is generally fine, and the color scheme follows a theme of black, white, light blue, and splashes of red. Overall, the home page doesn't encourage the reader to scroll down to the bottom, as there is minimal incentive to scan past the first two panes. Next column up is content. This site is generally informative, but it appears that it is not informative enough and/or not providing the information needed by the reader. Several of the comments received after a small survey stated that the individuals did not know what the site was providing. To dovetail with this, the language is obviously not very effective if the content is unable to convey the information. Spelling and grammar are fine. However, it was noted that the content is generally written in a passive voice. While there is a blog on Inspired Growth Portal, it has not provided enough engagement with the reader, which is based off the bounce rate, length of time spent on the page, and 0 attempts to contact the owner. Last column up is functionality. The Inspired Growth Portal website is generally intuitive, as the reader only has to view the information provided and it appears factual. Operationally, the site's great. The reader can view all the information by just scrolling. There are 2 elements that are not fully operational. The older blog section page appears to be a last-minute addition, as it does not have the same type of formatting as the main page. It is also noticed that there are no mention of payment options directly linked on this site. There are multiple social media links available at the top of the page, and all of the blog posts provide options to share to the reader's desired social media platform. There are multiple links provided in the blogging section, both to internal and external sites. To finish up the review, Inspired Growth Portal is very responsive and appears to have minimal issues switching between a computer, tablet, and a smartphone, although it was noticed that the pictures on the site appear to be massive on a smartphone. After reviewing all of this information and developing this video, I have decided to change up the next iteration of my website. I will switch to a multi-page style, provide additional information in places, while strengthening the overall identity of Inspired Growth Portal. I plan to remove the majority of the animation on the website to see if that will speed up the load time. I also plan to mix up the graphics on the pages with a collection of Shutterstock photos, personally taken photos, and art developed personally in Photoshop. Thankfully, since I've reviewed my own site, I don't have to get permission from the owner. I will implement the steps identified and directly monitor the metrics in order to determine if further adjustments will be needed. Thank you for reviewing Inspired Growth Portal with me. If you wish to have your site reviewed or need help updating your WordPress site for a small fee, feel free to shoot me a message. Until next time.